after ESL, etc., etc. I'll ask you questions. You just give your genuine answers. Just don't swear. Good afternoon. Welcome to Solent Sports News. I'm Robert Hanlon, and this is your 4 o'clock update. Reports are emerging of a potential takeover of Arsenal Football Club. Daniel Ek, the owner of Spotify, is thought to be heading the potential £2 billion bid. Former Arsenal players, including Thierry Henry, are thought to be helping him with the bid. This comes after the club faced protests from the fans on Friday against current owner Stan Kroenke, demanding he sell the club. Former Arsenal striker Kevin Campbell, however, does not see the takeover being completed.
The backlash has been heavy, but at the moment they've come out and they've hardened their stance and said no, they're not going to sell. So it's a really difficult situation, but one that I don't think is going to get off the ground.
I am currently joined by Ellis Burden, a fan of West Ham in the Premier League. Ultimately, Ellis, what do you think of this takeover bid potentially being done by Daniel Ek? That's fair enough. Well, do you believe there should still be someone that replaces Stan Kroenke, the American owners, from the failed attempt from the ESL? Do you think they need to be replaced at all?
I mean,
That's fair enough. And one last question. There is arguments for people to want to bring in the 50 plus 1 rule from the Bundesliga. Do you think that should be the right move at all?
I mean, there's still downsides to that rule. I saw earlier that Bayern Munich were looking to get RB Leipzig's manager. So it is, again, they're stealing from the lower clubs. But, I mean, it's probably better than we have at the moment, but nothing's going to be perfect.
Thank you very much, Ellis. That is great to hear from you. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. The footballing world is planning a social media boycott from 3 p.m. Friday. The Premier League and Women's Super League are just some of the organisations taking part in the boycott against social media abuse. Thierry Henry led the way, coming off social media weeks ago to promote the anti-abuse message. One such player welcoming the decision is Brighton's Neil Maupay, who felt resigned to facing abuse following his side's loss on Saturday.
I know we will get a lot of hate, maybe. I will. So it's good that we are in this together. People are crossing the lines too many times now, too often.
Leicester play an important game in their Champions League race against Crystal Palace tonight in the Premier League. A win will place them 7 points over 5th place West Ham with only 5 games to go. Brendan Rodgers believes this season is different to last season and his players will do the job of securing Champions League football.
A lot of the players, if you think last year, never had the experience of being consistently up there. So there's great learning took place. But I think we've evolved over the course of the season. Yeah, definitely a different feel this season, but it doesn't make it any easier.
The Premier League has announced today that they have received no positive tests amongst all staff at their football clubs. This is the first time since the pandemic started last year that they have received not a single positive test. This announcement comes just a few weeks before the return of fans to stadiums in the Premier League. United Services Portsmouth are only 2 games away from Wembley after they went through to the quarter-finals of the FA Vase. They beat Tavistock 3-1 to secure their place in the next round. The last Tier 6 non-league side in the competition, they will now play Flackwell Heath at home this weekend for a place in the semi-finals. Cricketers have started to leave the Indian Premier League early due to the country's surge in coronavirus cases. Australian Andrew Tye was the first to leave, citing the stress of bubble life as well as the concerns of border closing in Australia. He was later joined by Adam Zampa and Kane Richardson in leaving the IPL. Hampshire had to settle for an agonising draw in the county championship yesterday. They reduced Gloucestershire to 9 wickets with 23 overs remaining of the day, but could not dislodge their last 2 batsmen. Hampshire remain unbeaten in the county championship, where they face a Surrey side yet to win this weekend. Steph Curry set yet another record in the NBA last night. He has recorded the most threes in a single month with 85, beating James Harden's record. He secured the total following a 37-point performance over the Sacramento Kings. Steph still has 2 games left to extend its current total for the month. That's from us today. We'll be back next week with more Solent Sports news.